Forgive my appearance, Senorita Queen.
Apologizing for something you have complete control over. Seriously, Luna clearly arranged for all these people to be here for Harley's arrival, and now he's acting as if his anaconda don't want none and wasn't thusly prepared.
Here's CinemaSins being so frustratingly close to realizing that Silvio Luna did this on purpose to entice Harley.
We lived homeless in the streets of...
Skip!
Well, if there's one thing that's different about CinemaSins' current content versus their old stuff, it's that now they're outright bragging about not paying attention. This is more fucked up considering Ratcatcher 2's relationship with her father plays a critical role in the Suicide Squad's emotional denouement. But yeah, sure. Skip.
State considered the rats a weapon.
I don't think I can fault the state here. You have already used the rats as a weapon in the last couple days, so why the tears?
Ratcatcher 2's comment here is less about the technicalities of using animals as weapons, which, yes, legally speaking, using a dog while robbing a bank is considered armed robbery. But the thing you should be paying attention to is that Ratcatcher 2 doesn't view them as weapons. That idea is ridiculous to her because in her mind, they're partners, friends, and family. Also, she's crying because she just told a story about how her father died of a drug overdose, you fucking clown.
Yes, these guys are assassin guys, borderline superhero-ish with abilities, but they can still die in a horrible rollover crash. And yet they intentionally kill the driver, then when the passenger takes over driving, they take him out too. What the sh**?
To be fair, it was Peacemaker alone who shot the driver and strangled the other guy, keeping in line with Peacemaker's penchant for fucking up.
I mean, if you're gonna be strangled to death.
Okay, I seriously didn't expect to come back to commenting on CinemaSins videos thinking I'd have to deal with not just horniness, but horniness on a level I've never seen before, adding torture to this already torturous experience.
Now! Why would they have given the emergency front door lock code to scientists working on experiments inside the building? This is a military-run facility.
A facility housing a giant interstellar starfish capable of zombifying humans. It seems like a good idea that everyone working on the project has the code to make sure that it doesn't get out.
Movie has time for the shark jumping side to side while the fish mimic his shape bullshit. I'm not sure we'd have time for this crap in a movie titled Shark Jump Side to Side while fish mimic his shape.
Yeah, movie, CinemaSins are only here to profit off feeling smart by nitpicking and misunderstanding you. They don't have time for this endearing character moment crap.
I know we all love King Shark, but the amount of bullets being unloaded into him is enough to take down his tank, let alone a super strong sea animal.
No questions about the technology that lets Ratcatcher 2 telepathically control rats on a massive scale, but you draw the line at why come King Shark bulletproof? This is a genuinely cool and fun scene. I really don't know what CinemaSins is looking for in a movie.
I knew Sebastian says good you for a reason.
I'm sorry, this is nitpicky even for me, but
I'm just gonna spare you all from 33 seconds of pointless semantic whinging to stress that this sin is 33 full seconds of pointless semantic whinging.
Harley, take the high ground!
what? She has a spear. You have guns and grenades and arrows and all kinds of shit. Why is she taking high ground?
Starro has one obvious weak point, its giant eyeball. Harley can't hit it from ground level without throwing her spear. A good tactic would be for her to get up high and drop down onto Starro's eye. Oh look, that's exactly what she does. Weird.
I bet nearly 1/3 of this film's entire budget went to the CGI in the climax.
How is this a bad thing? I'd say it's pretty common for the climax of a movie to have more spectacle than the rest. Goddamn CG artists getting paid for their hard work.
You may be tempted to marvel at the underwater gracefulness of Harley and the rats. I'm here to remind you that this is not water, it's eyeball juice.
Eyeball juice, aka vitreous humor, is 98% water. For comparison, oceans are 96.5% water. So the last sin I'm going to talk about is a lot. During the finale of the Suicide Squad, Task Force X has defied Waller to save Corto Maltese from Starro, risking their lives to do so. During this confrontation, Polka Dot Man gets killed while Bloodsport and Ratcatcher 2 nearly die. Starro speaks through one of its puppeted humans and says,
"This city is mine!"
leading Ratcatcher 2 to say,
This city isn't yours. This city isn't ours. This city is theirs.
thousands upon thousands of rats appear and start climbing up Starro, and then the scene happens.
Why rats, Papa?
Rats are the lowliest and most despised of all creatures, my love. But they have purpose. So do we all.
This is such an emotional gut punch, and the major reason why I love this movie so much. And the fact that it comes out of nowhere in a DCEU gore fest makes it so much better. Using the rats as a metaphor for not only the Suicide Squad, but for anyone who feels that their life is meaningless, the movie shows us that purpose is just waiting to be found by anyone and everyone. And what does CinemaSins have to say?
Taking your preteen daughter up to deadly heights just to teach a lesson about purpose. Also, how the f*** did they even get up there? They're not Batman.
So the whole reason that I started making fun of CinemaSins was to point out that the people who make and consume everything wrong with videos are trying desperately to look and feel smart. But in the end, they just prove how impressively hard one can miss the entire point of why we tell each other stories in the first place. Rejecting emotional resonance doesn't make you intelligent. It disconnects you from your feelings. It makes you numb. Look, I don't hate Jeremy Scott or Chris Atkinson or any of the CinemaSins writers. I don't hate CinemaSins fans either. Not even the guy who wanted to fight me in real life. It may sound like I do, but I really don't. I just passionately disagree with how CinemaSins has chosen to make money. They exist entirely to profit off of films, but there's an unintended consequence to their content that I've only recently been able to put into words. They promote intellectual intelligence as a substitute for emotional intelligence. They spread the idea that a movie can and should be judged not by whether it succeeds or fails at conveying an emotion, but whether or not someone used a superfluous prepositional phrase. It's enough to make me want to ask them to stop, but of course they won't. They can't. The moment CinemaSins pauses to reflect on what they're doing, their whole operation will crumble to the ground because critical thought and consideration is antithetical to their entire business model. For them, there's no time to feel. There's only time to mindlessly nitpick twice a week until the heat death of the fucking universe. If this video leaves you with anything, I want it to be this. Movies exist to emotionally connect with others, to make us feel something, to make us feel resentment, excitement, terror, apprehension, fear, hate, love. Feeling something, anything, is proof that you're alive. So ignore CinemaSins and the people like them and just fucking live.
if you disagree with anything on the list. Also, before we rank the provinces, I want to clarify that these rankings I've created is an attempt to judge Shogun 2's best provinces in a holistic fashion. So these provinces will benefit your campaigns regardless of which clan you choose to play as. Nevertheless, I know that there are some factors related to specific clans that simply cannot be ignored. Now, when it comes to determining the rankings for the top 10, I chose to rank the provinces based on the following factors. Specialty building. Does the province have one? And if so, what type of building is it, and what bonuses do you gain from it during your campaign? The next is campaign map location. Does the province's location benefit your campaign? Is it a good area to both defend and expand from? If so, then the province has a better rating. The third factor is a combination of income and fertility. The richer and more fertile the province, the better off your con will be during your campaigns. The last factor is access to foreign trade. The closer the province is to the foreign trade nodes on the edge of the map, the better, as the player will accumulate more resources and generate more wealth for their campaigns. With these 4 factors in mind, let us begin. Coming in at number 10 is the province of Iwate, owned by the Date clan at the start of the campaign. Iwate has 3 beneficial aspects. It has fertile soil, so it generates a solid income for any campaign. It has a great specialized building in the blacksmith, enabling units with either stronger armor or weapons. And it is right next to the northern foreign trade node for iron, which increases overall clan income. The last key factor when it comes to Iwate is the province's map position, which can be viewed as a blessing or a curse. With Iwate being on the edge of the campaign map and farther away from any nearby province, it makes it a defensible position. But that distance hinders early game expansion and requires a long journey to secure when trying to conquer it, especially if the roads are still underdeveloped. Regardless, Iwate is a good province, and whether starting as a Date or taking it as another clan, it will be the best place to recruit troops from in northeastern Japan. Coming in at number 9 is the province of Kai, home of the powerful Takeda clan. Kai province has the resource of war horses. That comes along with a specialized building chain for all cavalry units. War horses are valuable in the early part of the campaign to all clans. Therefore, controlling Kai enables the player favorable trade agreements with anyone across feudal Japan. Although the province has lackluster economic prospects, the ability to recruit upgraded cavalry units exceeds any financial deficiencies. Kai is also located in a favorable position on the map since there are several key provinces nearby, such as Izu with rich gold deposits, Sagami with its blacksmith, and Sagara with a philosophic tradition to boost research rates for your technology. Kai is a great place to expand from, and if you love cavalry like I do, you better get the province for all your campaigns. At number 8 is the province of Bizen, owned by the Urakami clan. The reason Bizen is number 8 on the list is that it is the only province in western Honshu with a highly useful blacksmithing specialty.